Some new concepts for upcoming MCU projects just leaked, and one of the biggest reveals was Dr. Doom. However, lurking within was something equally intriguing, a glimpse into what's being called Hulk Village. And this isn't just some makeshift hideout, it's a full-fledged gamma-powered civilization. We see Bruce Banner himself standing alongside Tatiana Maslany's She-Hulk, and right next to them is a much more battle-hardened Scar, Banner's son, who made his debut in the She-Hulk finale. Frankly, that earlier iteration fell flat. The goofy haircut and awkward demeanor didn't quite land, but here he exudes purpose. Gone is the strange hairstyle and the strained humor, replaced by a warrior poised for battle. And it's evident this settlement is more than a fleeting sanctuary. It's a fully realized society where everyone wields the Hulk's power. According to rumors, the one ruling over this Hulkland is none other than Maestro, the Hulk's twisted, hyper-intelligent, and utterly ruthless future self. And if that wasn't crazy enough, there's a real chance Maestro could be played by Edward Norton. This is precisely the type of multiversal mayhem Marvel enjoys hinting at, and if it comes to fruition, it could represent one of the most significant casting surprises in recent memory. And if this concept tells us anything, it's that Marvel is setting the stage for the long-rumored World War Hulk movie. Insider reports have already suggested that the project is in development, and these leaked images seem to confirm it. The setting is Battleworld, a planet created by Doom engulfed in total war, where factions and civilizations collide. Now, here's where it gets even more real. On January 8th, Production Weekly, a legit industry insider source used by Hollywood agents and producers to track upcoming films, unexpectedly listed World War Hulk among the projects gearing up for production. Fans immediately took notice. Rumors about Marvel developing a Hulk solo movie have been popping up for months, but with these concept arts and this listing, it's starting to feel like more than just speculation. Mark Ruffalo himself has teased different directions for the Hulk in past interviews, suggesting Marvel was more focused on a Planet Hulk prequel, one that would explore Banner's 2 years on Sakaar between Age of Ultron and Ragnarok. But with the She-Hulk show flopping and Marvel Studios dealing with its own internal struggles, it seemed like any standalone Hulk film might have been scrapped. At the time, the studio was facing a string of disappointments, but World War Hulk is too massive of a project for Marvel to just abandon, and after all the restructuring, it wouldn't be surprising if they quietly put this film back on the schedule. So why isn't Marvel officially commenting on the Production Weekly leak? The simplest explanation, they realized World War Hulk is an easy billion-dollar hit, and they're rebooting the film with a fresh script and new creative vision. Originally, Cap America 4 was supposed to set the stage for it, but at the last minute, those connections were cut from the film. Now it looks like Marvel wants to build the movie from the ground up with new authors. One prominent name in consideration is George Miller, the creator of Mad Max. Miller recently met with Kevin Feige to discuss a potential Marvel project. A meeting arranged by Chris Hemsworth, Miller's collaborator on Furiosa. Initially, rumors pointed to a possible fifth Thor, but according to World of Real, Miller is personally interested in directing a Hulk movie. And honestly, it makes perfect sense. World War Hulk is essentially a post-apocalyptic, war-driven epic, exactly the kind of film George excels at. And there's another interesting piece of the puzzle. Brave New World is introducing two key Hulk-related characters, Red Hulk and the Leader, so it's clear Marvel is already laying the groundwork for something bigger. However, the real issue is Universal Pictures. Marvel doesn't fully own the rights to Hulk. Universal still holds the distribution, which is why we haven't seen a proper solo movie since 2008's The Incredible Hulk. Marvel has only been able to use Hulk in team-ups and cameos. However, World War Hulk presents a clever legal loophole. By featuring multiple gamma-powered characters, the film could technically be classified as a crossover movie. That would allow Disney to distribute it without interference from Universal. The history of Hulk and MCU has been as chaotic as the character himself, filled with unrealized ideas, controversial recasts, and frustrated fans. Before Ruffalo, director Louis Leterrier and Edward Norton had ambitious plans to turn The Incredible Hulk into a trilogy exploring the depths of Banner's psyche. Leterrier wanted a sequel that introduced Grey and Red Hulks while balancing the character's primal rage with newfound intelligence. Marvel even gave the green light, but after The Incredible Hulk underperformed at the box office and creative differences flared up, the entire plan was scrapped. And Marvel made it no secret that working with Norton was difficult. He constantly rewrote scripts, clashed with the studio, and wanted too much creative control. Under Ruffalo's portrayal, Hulk changed not just in appearance but in personality. Early on, in the first Avengers and Age of Ultron, he was still an uncontrollable powerhouse, staying true to his comic book roots. But then Ragnarok happened, and suddenly, the raw, rage-filled Hulk was swapped for a comedic, childlike version. Then came Endgame, introducing Professor Hulk. Essentially, Banner and Hulk merged into one, but without the primal force that made the character so iconic. For fans who've been waiting to see the real Hulk back in action, World War Hulk could be the ultimate redemption arc. Now, obviously, the story will take a different path from the comics. In the original World War Hulk storyline, Hulk, blinded by rage after the destruction of Sakaar, returns to Earth with his war-bound army and invades New York. And when I say invades, I mean it's an all-out war. He doesn't just beat superheroes, he obliterates them. Iron Man, down. Doctor Strange, wiped out. Wolverine, sliced to pieces. Even the Fantastic Four can't stop him. Hulk is on a mission for vengeance, and nobody, not the Avengers, not the X-Men, not even the most powerful sorcerers, can stand in his way. But the real peak of World War Hulk, the Gladiator Arena, Hulk, the Ultimate Warrior, flips the script and forces Earth's greatest heroes to fight each other, just like he was forced to do on Sakaar, a brutal, merciless battle. And that brings us to the real wild card of this whole thing, Maestro. If Marvel Studios really wants to elevate World War Hulk, Maestro has to be part of the story. He's the most terrifying version of Hulk we've ever seen. A version from the future who didn't just get stronger, he got smarter, cunning, and completely ruthless. First introduced in Future Imperfect, Maestro exists in a post-apocalyptic future where nuclear war wiped out most of humanity, and the survivors mutated under extreme radiation. Hulk outlived them all. He survived for over 100 years, his strength growing beyond anything we've ever seen, but he also lost whatever humanity was left in him. By the time we meet him, he's no longer a hero, or even an anti-hero. He's a tyrant, the ruler of a shattered world, the king of dystopia. Maestro isn't just another version of Hulk. He's Banner's mind, but with none of his morals. He's stronger than ever, but now he's got intelligence, strategy, and an iron grip on everything around him. His philosophy? Rule with absolute power and crush anyone who resists. Now imagine this. What if World War Hulk doesn't just set up a battle on Earth, but teases something even bigger? What if Hulk's future is inevitable? What if this war, his war, sets him down the path to becoming Maestro? With the multiverse saga unfolding, this is the perfect time to introduce him. Whether as a dark vision of Hulk's future, an alternate reality version of himself, or even a manipulator pulling the strings behind the scenes, Maestro would raise the stakes like never before. And if Marvel really wants to go all in, there's one insane casting choice that would break the internet. Edward Norton as Maestro. Imagine Norton's Banner, older, darker, more ruthless than ever, facing off against Ruffalo's Hulk. The ultimate showdown between who Bruce Banner was and who he could become. World War Hulk could redefine the character, and if Maestro steps into the picture, this could be the most brutal, intense, and game-changing story Marvel has told yet. And it's also a massive opportunity. Just like No Way Home brought back Toby and Andrew for a nostalgia-packed event, World War could take a similar approach. Imagine seeing Eric Bana and Edward Norton reprising their versions of Banner, colliding in a multiversal battle of Hulks. This wouldn't just be fan service, it could explore the psychology of different Hulk iterations, their shared trauma, and their unique approaches to controlling the beast within. Right now, it feels like we're on the edge of something huge. Marvel has a chance to give Hulk the story he deserves, something truly epic that lives up to the character's legacy. Whether it's through a multiverse crossover or something entirely unexpected, one thing is clear: Hulk is far from done in MCU. The only question is, will Marvel take the risk and finally let him smash the way he was meant to? Stay tuned.